Why do you refuse to vote?
Well, there's an essay about that. See, this is exactly why I did the book. So when people are like, "Why do you refuse to vote?" I'll be like, "Just buy the book." But basically, the premise is, there's a few slogans. Don't vote; it only encourages them. But also, I do not think that if I would vote, I would have a right to complain, because if I'm hiring a lawyer and that lawyer, I'm saying, speaks for me. This person represents me. If I'm hiring an accountant, this person, I am voluntarily granting them authority. If I go and say I want this person to be my representative, and they change their word, which they will inevitably do, I asked for it. I said I want this person to represent me, and I do not believe any politician does or can represent me.
So it's avoiding being complicit in the game.
Yeah, and it also, first of all, it's just a waste of time. So in terms of like ways to use your time, if you want to make the world a better place, there's old people who are lonely. There's a dog you can foster. There's kids who don't have a dad who you can mentor. There's so many different ways where if you want to work for the common good and make society a better place, if you just commit that 1 hour, you actually feed someone who's hungry, work for an hour and buy a poor person clothing. There's just infinite ways that we could all marginally increase the happiness, in the world around us. So voting is a ritual that validates those who slaughter, hundreds of thousands of people in the name of patriotism and things like this. So it's not a fan of democracy, to put it mildly.
How do you feel then in the build up to an election when obviously you get asked a lot? I've asked you on this show ideas and insights around the election. Does that feel a little bit like playing somebody else's games? Does it feel a bit like, oh God, I just can't be bothered to even discuss this archaic institution that I can't be bothered to get into?
Not at all. It's the opposite. It's that I'm being able to discuss it without the facade that this is some kind of noble endeavor, and because
you got no agenda.
I do have an agenda, which is the destruction of the state. But it's also just exposing the manipulations and machinations of the parties, the corporate media, social media, and all these other various figures. So it is of great interest and to watch how this sociologically plays out, even though I don't regard any of it as valid.
Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that, then press here for the full unedited episode. And don't forget to subscribe. It makes me very happy. Peace.